Hey everyone, I am here with my newest knife purchase, which is the Civivi Lumi. It's designed by Justin Lundquist, and of course it's made by Civivi, hence the Civivi Lumi. I've had my eye on this for a while, and it was selling for about $50 to $55, and it looked like a nice knife, but I was kind of hesitant. But lately, as I've mentioned in earlier videos, Civivi has been having some major sales. They seem to be discontinuing some brands, and if you go on a lot of the online knife stores and even some of the sellers on eBay, like Atlantic Knife, you'll see that a lot of their stuff is getting marked down pretty substantially, like 40–50% off. There are lots of really cool knives that were selling for $50 or $60 that are now selling for like 28 to like 40. Really amazing. So let's just break into some of the basics on this. Like I said, this is a Justin Lundquist design. And let's take some measurements here. So these scales right here, it's kind of like a faux wood look. And it's made out of G10. And size-wise, it's a pretty small knife. It's a little under 3.5 inches. I basically get 3 fingers on it pretty comfortably when I'm holding it. The blade is 2.56 inches and is made of 14 C28N. Now, this particular knife is a front flipper. So you can see this little nub right up here. So, let's see here. It takes a little getting used to. I like the idea of the front flipper, and this is actually my first front flipper. I like it. I don't love it, but I do like it. And we'll take a look here at the blade length. Like I said, it's about 2.6 inches. And then the whole thing is a little over 6 inches. So, you know, it's a decent size. It's not a full-size knife by any means. Very, very sleek, modern-looking design. Kind of an upswept blade. I really do like the design of the blade, though. It's pretty sleek. I like it a lot. I guess some people would call this a gentleman's knife. We got the Lundquist mark there. They would call this a gentleman's knife. I guess that's a pretty fair thing to say. One good thing here is that the liner lock is has some jimping on it, so it's pretty cool to actuate and goes down with no problem. The detent on this is pretty much perfect. Not too much, not too little. No fear of this coming open. Another nice thing here is that it has a reversible pocket clip. As you can tell there, it is, I don't know if you use the term machined or cut out a little bit so that you can put the deep carry pocket clip in there, which is a pretty nice addition. Not exactly flat, which kind of surprises me, but good enough. And like I said, it is deep carry, so it hides in the pocket quite well. And kind of your standard Civivi clip, which I don't have an issue with, but some people do. Don't know why. But pretty cool. It's also pretty light. I don't recall the weight, but I would probably say if it's over two ounces, it's probably not much over 2 ounces. Now, you know, if I had to tell you what I thought of this knife, I would say that I like it. I also think I got a pretty good deal on it. I bought it from an eBay seller, brand new, for $32.95, and that included shipping. It was cheaper on Blade HQ. I think Blade HQ wanted like $28 for it. Unfortunately, Blade HQ also wanted like $5 shipping, so it would have come to like a little over $33. So I figured that if I went to this seller on eBay, who I bought from before, I'd probably get it. It would be about the same price, maybe only a few pennies cheaper, but they ship really, really, really quickly. Whereas with Blade HQ, if you're just going to buy one thing, like one little thing, it's like you're not going to get like 2 or 3 day delivery. Whereas these guys on eBay, they ship fast. Their name's Atlantic Knife, by the way, if you ever want to check them out there. They have an excellent selection, and again, they ship fast. You know, it seems like someone's just sitting at the computer waiting for your order. They get it out there quick. So I like it very much. I don't love it, though, and it kind of reinforces what I say about there not being a perfect knife. There are lots of cool knives. Like I like this one because it's kind of a kind of a pointy, pokey, stabby knife. So I like that. I wanted to get this basically for my car. Because I wanted a quality. Right now I have my little Walmart fake axis lock thing in my door handle, and I'm not real happy about it because my wife actually has my Ganzo because she needed it one day, so she has it. So I wanted to put something that was better quality, but not so good a quality that if it gets stolen, I'd be real sad about it, or if it got lost. So I figured this is pretty good because it's a good quality knife. That was like $50 that I got on sale for like 32, so that works out pretty well. The only problem with it is, well, it actually has a couple of problems. The front flipper is a little tough because for some reason I can't open it with my left hand. I don't know what it is. I mean, it's not like I'm like, Mr. Strongman with my right hand and then weak with my left. I mean, yeah, it's a difference because I'm right-handed, but it's a little tough to actuate sometimes. I'm getting used to it though, and I'm getting basically a higher success rate from flipping it. The other thing is, I think that I would do better with this if it had a longer handle, because basically I kind of nestle the bottom in the palm of my hand like this, and it kind of, the hand fat gets in the way. Hand fat. If you don't know what hand fat is, it's fat on your hand. Yeah. So that's one thing. The thing that bothers me a little bit about keeping this in my car is that my wife can't open it. And she tried, and I said, no, you just do it this way and do it this way. And she can't do it. She cannot open this knife up. So that kind of gives me pause because, while this is by far not a self-defense weapon, as far as knives go, there's much better choices, but it's something that I do like to have handy just in case, because sometimes there'll be places where I'll have to run in and she doesn't want to come in with me, so I'll just say, like, the knife is there just in case, and plus, of course, I'll have my phone. But this is something that some people might not be comfortable with. Now, my plan is to maybe try this with her again in a couple of weeks after I break it in a little bit more. I might also put just a little bit of knife oil near the pivot. That certainly wouldn't hurt anything. So, that's one thing. Second of all, this is a low-profile knife, so it's kind of the knife I need for the right situation or kind of in the mood for. Because it's very, very sleek. There's no finger guard over here or anything. But again, it has a certain purpose to it, and I think for what its purpose is, it's pretty good. Kind of reminds me of the ProTech Newport. If you're not familiar with that, go check out some of my old videos where I have the ProTech Newport. That's a similar gentleman style knife that is kind of a narrow, kind of sleek handle with a very, very thin, sleek blade. Not a stiletto or anything, but kind of upswept just a bit, and very narrow. And this kind of reminds me of that. The difference there is that the Newport, I believe, has like a 2.9-inch blade, maybe a little bit bigger, but under 3. And I think the handle is probably about 3.5 to 4, probably in that range. So it's a little bit longer. It fills your hand just a little bit better. But of course, that's something to bring up in order to just kind of describe the knife, not as a knock toward it, because there are sometimes you want a large knife, sometimes you want a small knife, sometimes you want a beefy knife, sometimes you want a very sleek, slender knife. It depends on the situation, and it depends on your mood. Now, if I could change anything about this, I would like a little jimping here, because you know how I am. I like jimping. It would be nice if there was just a little bit in here. Even if they didn't want to put it on the liners, like right in there, because it's extremely smooth. And I kind of like some on the blade, maybe just about out to here, maybe like 1/4 of an inch or so, just kind of when you got a little bit slightly better purchase. I kind of like that. I am happy they put it on this though. This liner looks like it would give you trouble opening it because it doesn't really come out much. It's really recessed, but you know what? It works perfectly well. It's very, very accessible. As far as the front flipper goes, my thinking when I first got this was that I would like it if this was slightly higher. Or maybe if not slightly higher, maybe had a little bit more of an angle at the top so that it was easier to get purchase on. But I kind of think that as time goes on, it's become a little bit easier to manipulate. Either that, or I'm getting used to it, or a combination of the two. Because, like I said, this is the first front flipper I have. Most of my knives are just, they're either, actually I have a lot of switchblades. Just switchblades or just regular flippers or whatnot, something like that. Or I also like my button locks. So that could definitely be it too. Just a combination of it breaking in and me getting used to it. Other cool thing about this knife is that it's on ceramic ball bearings, and it's definitely not gritty at all. It's very, very. That's like the only time that ever it didn't open. So and actually it's actually starting to fall now. Before it wouldn't fall on its own. Now it almost it's like loosening up a little bit. So gravity will help it a little bit. Overall, like I said, I think if this did cost me $50 or $55, I would be very satisfied with it for $50 or $55. For $32, I think it's a great deal. And if I were in the market to buy multiple knives and I was shopping at Blade HQ and I had paid like $27 for this, I would just kind of categorize it as a screaming deal. So the other thing to mention is, you get your kind of standard Civivi box, and it comes with, if you're familiar with Civivi, the kind of canvas black pouch that zips. You get a cleaning cloth in there, and you get a few stickers. So if you like the extra swag, Civivi is not disappointing this time. I might throw my Amazon link in here for you to buy it, just in case you want to overpay for a knife, just to support the channel. I probably wouldn't, to be honest with you. But I would definitely check out Blade HQ, though. I do not have affiliate links, by the way, for that. I'm just telling you to help you get more knives for less money. That's what a good guy does. So definitely check this out. Also, they have the Odium markdown. They have the Fracture markdown. And there's this other one. It's called the NOX, I think. It's a stainless steel scaled knife. It's pretty cool blade profile, too. And that's another one that's like $28, $29. So, the smart thing would probably be to get like 4 or 5 of these. This way you get the free shipping. It'll get shipped to you a little bit quicker. You'll get fantastic deals. And if you don't want 4 or 5 knives, go shopping with a friend. Maybe you guys can split it. This way you're not buying 1 or 2 things and paying all the shipping fees. Split it with 3 people. Each of you get a knife or 2. All of a sudden, boom, there goes the 119 or 129 minimum you need for free shipping. But anyway, that's enough for now. Thank you for joining me once again, and I'll be back with something to do with knives, guns, coins, precious metals, or I don't know, some other thing that strikes my fancy. Talk to you later.